The solutions to American poverty. All across the nation, American families are struggling to make ends meet. Thankfully, however, there are governmental programs in play that are designed to help take away some of the burden, help relieve some of the stress on these people. But the problem is, it's never enough. No matter how many millions they give out, no matter how many programs they create, there's always going to be more impoverished people. Always going to be more people in need that require the government's assistance to help them get through hard times. Now, I'd really commend what the government is able to do all this, that they put in the effort to create these programs. I don't think they're doing all they can to stop the issue of poverty. I think to properly solve the solution, they need to attack the fundamental issues affecting these people, which is why I believe they need to create more programs dealing with the affordable housing crisis, more food assistance programs, and affordable nationwide healthcare. Now, why do I believe affordable housing is one of the main things to focus on? I think so because a house, more importantly, a stable and safe house, is a foundation to where people can grow as individuals, where they could advance their socioeconomical status. Because if you live in a broken house, which most time impoverished people do, then you create a mentality for yourself where I'm from a broken house. I'm from a place that is fundamentally broken. I cannot advance myself because all I am is a broken person. So, this creates a mentality where they can't see themselves ever advancing, so they're stuck in a rut. And they give this mentality to their children. So their children are like, well, I'm from a broken home, that's all I'm ever going to be. And then they give this to their children also. So it creates a whole cycle, a whole lineage of poverty. Also, to add on to this, from the millions of Americans in poverty, the Sustainability Peer Review Journal has stated there is over 500,000 Americans that are homeless. I feel this is a bigger problem than people growing up in broken homes, as these homeless people literally have nothing. They don't have a house, they don't have a car, and they don't have food. The only thing they have is the clothes on their back. How can anyone expect them to advance themselves when they literally have nothing? At least from a broken home, there is times where you can advance, where you can escape the system. But if you're homeless, then you basically have no chance. Everyone's rooting against you. You see yourself have nothing, so then you expect yourself to have nothing. Which is why I think the government needs to step up on this front and create more housing. They have already started this, however. They're called projects. They're mostly located in inner cities, and they're designed to be affordable so that they're more accessible to the impoverished people. And also, my mom, she used to work at a place called Texana, which in Texas, which was designed to help people find the resources they need, which that could be anything from medicine to transportation to even housing. And one of their things they had was called emergency housing, which dealt with victims of domestic abuse, refugees, and homeless people. I think this is wonderful. I think this is a step in the right direction to help solve this problem. Now, the next fundamental issue is food assistance programs. Why is this a big issue? Because when you grow up in a broken home, you most time don't have food. Or the parents are choosing between buying food this month or keeping the electricity on. And most times they keep the electricity on and let themselves starve, which is a horrible visual to think about, but it's reality for many Americans. Too many Americans. There are two main programs that are always talked about when discussing food assistance, which is SNAP and WIC. SNAP is Supplementary Nutrients Assistance Programs, and WIC is a subsidiary of that for women, infants, and children. These are very, very wonderful, as they give out food and help people find food in places called food deserts, which are all across the nation. Food deserts are places where people have no access to fresh and healthy produce, food that actually is nutritious to them and, and will help them grow. Like, because as many people know, most impoverished people, they don't have enough time or effort to actually go out and get healthy food, where they most time just go to a fast food place and get something cheap and easy there because they can't afford to spend the time or money on expensive healthy food. The American Journal of Agriculture and the American Journal of Public Health both sum up this problem by stating that it's hard to build on yourself when you don't have a stable diet, when you don't have enough nutrients coming in to give you the energy you need to become a productive member of society. And also, a big thing that people from my generation will remember is Michelle Obama's whole thing about student lunches, which try to make everything more healthier, try to make everything just try to take away all the good stuff from student lunches and try to give them more healthy, nutritious items that are designed to help them grow and keep a good, stable future. Also, the Got Milk campaign was a really, really big item back in the day to help people drink milk to grow their bones. The last main point is affordable nationwide healthcare. The American Ethnologist Peer Review Journal helps states that medical debt is one of the fundamental issues of why people become impoverished. Where they get like a broken leg or their parents go into the hospital, need an operation or anything like that, anything really serious that they can't pay for. They spend all their life savings, they spend all their possessions, they sell everything to try and keep the person alive, try to keep themselves alive or not in pain. And then most of the time they can't. They just go in debt, they run out of money. This is a horrible system that we have in play. And I think we could really, really benefit off this if the government can offer more programs that could help relieve medical debt. That can help basically give people more affordable healthcare to where they don't have to worry about going to debt just because they want to go to hospitals, because they feel they need to get something done, to have an operation. Another reason I think this could be good is that they can get more people off disability, more people into the workforce. Because most times, if someone gets injured at work and they don't get workman's comp, they fall and then they're out of the workforce. They can't work no more. They don't have the strength in their body to go to work every day. If the government can help get them access to healthcare, then they could afford to go back in the workforce, which creates more jobs and allows them to advance themselves. Also, foreign policy. Many places, especially Canada and Europe, they offer systems where people can go into the doctor and anything they need, as long as it's for medical reasons, like if you need an inhaler, if you need an operation that's going to help you, then it's prescribed and they allow you to get it. The only thing not allowed is for cosmetic surgery or anything that's just not actually like life in this situation. So, I feel if we could more adapt those systems into our own, then we would be better as a society and help the impoverished people most of all, as they can't afford to go into medical debt. So most of the time they choose not to go to hospital at all, which is a sad reality whenever they end up dying. And I know, and the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, they have estimated that the national debt currently is $32 trillion. And I know all these programs that I stated before, they are gonna impede this. They're gonna make this problem even worse. But the thing is, we need to help Americans. So, is it really bad going to debt when they're actually helping the impoverished people? I think not, but that's up for debate. So, and these are all my references. Thank you.